and a huge welcome to episode 3 in our Let's Grow series. We've had 2 amazing previous episodes with both Jane and Yana, and today's episode's all focused on health and safety within the nursery, but also most importantly health and safety at home. And I'm really delighted to be joined for episode 3 by Caroline Chandler. Welcome, Caroline.
Thank you, Sarah. It's lovely to be here this morning.
So Caroline, share with our families just a little bit about you, your role in Grandir UK, and how you help to keep us safe.
So my official title is Health and Safety Manager. But I've been a practitioner for 27 years. I'm a level 3 practitioner. And over that time, I've had the opportunity to support both individual sites, but more strategically, the health and safety processes that we put in every day in our nursery. And for me, it's about ensuring that everybody knows what they need to do, how they do it, why they do it, and what it looks like when we're getting it right.
So Caroline, why is health and safety such an important focus in our nurseries?
That's a really good question, Sarah. Obviously, our children are really naturally curious. They explore, that's how they learn. And we want them to be able to explore and move and climb and all these amazing things that aid all their development. But it has to be safe.
Of course.
And our staff have to be really aware and vigilant to the potential risks and hazards in the nursery. So within our organisation, it's really important that every single member of staff knows what it looks like to keep them and the children safe.
Absolutely. And what are the most common risks that our colleagues and our teams are monitoring, would you say?
Well, of course, slips and trips, particularly as children's development and mobility increases.
Absolutely.
For us, though, food is a major focus. We support many children with food allergies and intolerances, but also we support families as their children are weaning. So it's really important that the staff work with the families to understand what stage, how the food needs to be prepared. And we work together with parents to make sure that the food the children are served is safe and appropriate and cut up properly.
Amazing. And how do you make sure that the consistency of safety remains really high?
Well, of course, we have electronic support. Parents will see staff using the family app to send information, updates, accident forms. But for me, safety isn't just about checklists. It's about knowing how you keep everybody safe. So for our staff, they do daily checklists every day, inside and out. But also it's about that dynamic element, that moment that every practitioner says, this activity, is it safe for me? Is it safe for the children? We also support the teams by internal and external assessment. So every year they have a health and safety assessment, and those are there to really help us identify learning opportunities, but also to ensure that the staff know that they're getting it right, because I think that's so important. They need to know what, how and why.
Absolutely. And we work really hard, don't we, in Grandir UK to ensure that we drive a culture of safety.
Absolutely.
And we use the phrase a lot, safety starts with me.
Absolutely.
Share with us what that actually means.
Well, you can have a whole shelf of health and safety policies and procedures and risk assessments, but they're just, at the end of the day, bits of paper that give us information. Safety starts with me is about empowering each and every staff member and child to be a voice for safety. When we are out in those nurseries, if we see something that's not quite right, or we see something that could be better,
yes,
let's see it, let's sort it, and let's report it. Our culture of safety starts with me, starts that conversation, and with parents as well. Parents are another pair of eyes in the nurseries. If they've seen something, if they've got questions, please come to the nursery manager. Feedback is always welcome. Safety starts with me is all about each individual staff member being able to be empowered to take ownership for their work and how it keeps them safe, their colleagues safe, and most importantly, the children safe.
So, Caroline, safety is hugely important, but do you believe there's some real differences between our younger children and our older children in relation to those safety elements?
Oh, absolutely. When we think about safety, it's got to be both age and stage appropriate. We support a lot of families where their children have additional needs, and the safety of those individual children will be very much specifically thought about for their needs. But if we were to be very broad, our under threes, probably the biggest focus is around appropriate resourcing.
Yes.
Choke hazards, is the equipment suitable? So not only will we ensure when we purchase that it's age and stage appropriate, but we'll have choke test tubes in the room so the staff can check and confirm that this item is safe for the children. Our older children, our over threes, of course, are getting ready for school. All those independent skills that they're going to need at school. So we can support with things, for example, child safe scissors. So they get the skills they need, but we've reduced the risk as they develop that independence.
Absolutely. And how are Grandir UK improving health and safety even more?
Well, we're always looking to continue our development. We look at our own internal patterns and trends. We look at industry patterns and trends. So for this year, it's a really strong focus on risk assessment, really looking at how we can engage all staff in creating the risk assessments for their areas and their resources, because they use those resources. They're in that room. They know the children best. So really getting that level of knowledge and information onto our risk assessments. But also we've got focus on mental health and neurodiversity because staff safety is also really important to us. And the thing I'm most excited about is how we're starting to bring particularly the older children into the risk assessment process, because we want our children to leave risk aware, not risk adverse. We want our children to be able to have those experiences but know how to keep themselves safe. So lots of good things coming. Working with our training, we've reintroduced annual paediatric first aid training for our staff to keep those skills up, because even with all these things in place, we need to be prepared for those situations we didn't plan, whether it's our fire drill practices, whether it's our lockdowns. So there's lots going on. But again, I would absolutely welcome if parents see or have any questions, please just come to your nursery manager or one of the team and they'll happily answer those questions.
Amazing. And if we think about home safety, Caroline, what's the sorts of things that parents bring to the team to ask questions around when we think about safety in the home? What are those sort of typical queries that parents have?
Absolutely. Well, I think one of the best things about the job that we do is we can work in partnership with parents.
Absolutely.
And we can signpost. So a lot of the queries and questions we get might be around, oh, how do I look after my baby with this particular common childhood illness? We can signpost to the relevant people. I'm a big fan of the Child Accident Prevention Trust. They have a fantastic parent pack. It's really bright, vibrant, lots of pictures that you can use to talk with your child or use as a resource yourself. I think we're going to put it in the notes for the podcast.
Absolutely.
But it could be when the newsletter comes out and we're just reminding people, oh, the sun's coming out. Here's our sun cream policy. This is how we keep your child safe in the sun. And really, it is that partnership in parents. The question we often get is around car seats.
Yes.
And where they can get car seats tested. We won't do that, but we will signpost you to a local organisation who could absolutely do it. So we are here to signpost for information. And again, a lot of our questions are around supporting children with their food and their allergies, their medical conditions, because when we work in partnership with parents, that's when we can make sure that the child is safe at all times.
Absolutely. And I think, Caroline, having worked with you for quite a long time, you work extremely hard with the teams to very rarely say no to something that they're looking to achieve in nursery. And I think your response is always, yes, but how can we do that safely?
Absolutely.
And I think that just brings the richness of everything that we offer in all of our Grandir UK nurseries, because we work really hard with the teams, don't we, to ensure that we have a very safe and really enriching environment that offers the best for our children, our teams and our families. So huge thank you, Caroline. Thank you for joining us today and sharing your insights in relation to health and safety. So if you have any questions or queries, please again reach out to your nursery manager or your teams. We're available to support and help with any of those questions that you might have. So thank you so much for joining our third episode of the Let's Grow programme, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care, everyone.